popular, whatever the hell you are. I think we got a lot of work to do, and I'm looking forward to having you guys work.
I don't have to make it public, right? Oh, I do. Get the link.
Do you guys want to hear Yvonne sing this song?
Okay.
Put down that cello. Now I want you to give her a big countdown to get her excited. Are you ready out there? Here we go. Here, 1, 2, 1.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, well I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again.
You're gonna turn the music off, right? Yeah, funny as you can see. I got it. I do. And SAFIYA, if you have any issues, just let me know. Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander. This is Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We are excited here tonight. I'm so glad that you are joining us on Hamilton Radio. Listen, you can download the app at Hamilton Radio 3.0 and click on Hamilton Radio number 2. We are excited about this awesome show tonight. And listen, I need you to click on the YouTube link that was shared so you can watch it live. And we have an awesome guest here tonight. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this awesome show. Listen, this is our 13th show. I was talking to a young man named Moses coming into the building, and I said, listen, 13 shows ago, I didn't have a show, but tonight I got a show, and I'm telling you, your dreams can come true. I'm telling you, no matter what it is, I need you to walk with purpose into your destiny. But tonight, we got a couple things we do every week, Points of Purpose, and I'm telling you, it's exciting, and I'm excited for you because there's something greater that's about to take place in your life. Listen, we got Points of Purpose. Our mission every week, listen, is to encourage you to dream and to walk with purpose and into your destiny, to take that step. Send that email. Knock on that door. Listen, whatever it takes, I need you to be encouraged tonight and know that it's already done. I need you to know that tonight, let it be the beginning of something greater than where you are right now. Where you are is not the end, but it's the beginning of something greater. I need you, but you got to know that. I'm going to say, you got to know that there's something greater than where you are right now. You got to want it. You got to want it, Ruben. I'm telling you, you got to want this like nothing else. And I'm telling you tonight, there's something greater that's in store for your life. I got a few points of purpose, but before I get there, listen, I got some inspiring opportunities. Every week, I tell you, you could come into the studio and watch the show live. What a wonderful opportunity that would be. You could talk to myself after the show, talk to the producer after the show, talk to our wonderful guests. If you was here tonight, you could talk to SAFIYA Becker, a 4th degree black belt. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Email me at iaminspiredtroy@gmail.com. iaminspiredtroy@gmail.com. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this wonderful opportunity. I got another opportunity. We shared earlier on last week about a full scholarship that the show is offering to start your own business. Yes, we had a 5-year-old and her mother on last week and week before last, and I'm telling you, they sell lip balm. You know the chapstick that you put on your lips. Listen, they got a lip balm company, and they have a promotion where they will give you the supplies and the business cards and everything you need. Is for young ladies ages 3 to 17. And this show is going to sponsor a full scholarship to begin your own entrepreneur business. Listen, so if you want to be a part, it's on our Facebook page. But if you want to learn more about Zuzu's Lip Balm, I need you to go to www.zuzuslipbalm.com. That's ZUZUSLIPBALM.com. That's ZUZUSLipbalm.com. If you want more information, go to our website, calltoinspire.org. That's called to inspire.org. We offer wonderful opportunities, and we're excited tonight because I'm telling you, there is something greater that's about to take place in your life. And I'm excited tonight for you. I got a couple points of purpose that I need to share with you tonight before we bring on our amazing guest tonight. Oh, I got one more opportunity. Everybody say one more. I got one more listen. I am the director of photography for SM Global Catwalk for New York Fashion Week. If you want to be a photographer with us for New York Fashion Week, it's September 9th at 6 p.m. at the Watson Hotel in New York. That's with Samina Mugal. Listen, if you want to be a part of that, if you're a blogger, if you're a photographer, if you are any kind of media, I need you to email me at pickbydesign, P-I-C-B-Y design at AOL.com, or message me, and I'll send you the registration link so you can be with us in New York Fashion Week for New York Fashion Week. What a wonderful opportunity. I'm telling you, this show is about creating and opening doors that what? You didn't see at the time. And I'm telling you, the power is you picking up the phone, you knocking on the door and saying, I got to go in because there's something more that's waiting for me. I got a couple points of purpose before we bring in SAFIYA tonight. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this show. I cannot take credit for this point of purpose, but I need to share it with you tonight. And I saw my mother put it on Facebook. And the point of purpose is broken crayons still color. Let me say that again. Broken crayons still color. Even though they may be broken, they still have the ability to do what they've been designed to do. And I'm telling you right now, even though you may be dealing with some fear and some doubt and some things in your past, it doesn't mean that your destiny has been shifted. I'm going to say that again. Because you've been broken, because you've been dealing with some stuff back in the day, might have been yesterday, might have been this morning, but you're still here. And I'm telling you, because you're still here, that means there's an opportunity to walk and cross over and not give up. I'm encouraging you tonight. Don't you give up. I say again, even broken crayons, they still can color. I got one more point of purpose, and then I'm going to share one more thing that we're going to bring on SAFIYA tonight because I need you to know that there's something great. If you want to call into the show, call in 609-807-2492. It's right on the screen, but 609-807-2492. Call in. You can ask me a question, and I'm telling you, and Ruben, we got somebody telling me they can't see me live on YouTube, so we're going to try to get that going real quick so we can make sure everybody can see us. Oh, all right. So I am there. So if you can't see me, let me know, but I'm hoping that you can see me. So let me know if you can see me live on YouTube tonight, and you can definitely call into the show. Again, you can listen to the show at 641-793-9469, 641-793-9469 if you want to listen to our show. So let me know if you can make sure we can hear our show before we bring on our guests, because we want everybody to make sure that everybody can hear her. I got another point of purpose that I need to give you. And this one says, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Let me say that again. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. That means you're going to need some rough places sometime to get to the place where you need to be. You're going to need some rough seas sometime to learn how to use the gifts and the abilities that you have inside of you. And sometimes it's those challenges that you deal with that allow you to become who you are. And I'm telling you, don't shy away from the challenges. But I need you to understand that there's some greater stuff that's in you right now. And we're going to get ready to bring on SAFIYA in just a moment, but I'm going to have her come on and get ready, and she can come and have a seat. But I got to make sure that everybody can see us. So just give me a moment. I want to double check and make sure everybody can see us, because I know you can probably hear us. But I got to make sure that you can see us. All right. We are on Hamilton Radio. Again, Hamilton Radio in Robbinsville, New Jersey. But I'm telling you, this is an awesome show tonight. And I've said this before. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Your dreams do come true. Listen, everybody started somewhere. All right, Ruben, they tell me no, they still can't see me. Well, I got somebody tell me they can't see me. But we're going to keep on working on it. And before we start with you, all right? So if you can see me on Facebook, send me a text. For those who got my number, 732, Lord, I put my text out there in the world. 732-910-8952. Listen, let me know if you can see me or hear me, because we got to make sure that we're trying something new tonight. But listen, I'm telling you, this is an awesome show. So I need you to text me, send me a message, and let me know in Messenger if you can see me. All right. We can see you just fine. Thank you, Alyssa. All right. So you can see me. So we're good. So hopefully maybe my mama just having a hard time getting on. But listen, everybody, we are here tonight. And thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate you always. And I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be on her show on this coming Sunday. So make sure you watch Alyssa Lego. I'm telling you, chit chat with Alyssa Lego tonight. So we are here tonight with an amazing young lady tonight. Her name is SAFIYA Baker, and she is a master. Let me say that. She is a master. And as you can see on the screen, she's a 4th degree black belt in Kung Fu. And I'm telling you, she is awesome and amazing. Her hands are lethal. Her feet are lethal. Her everything about her is powerful. And I'm telling you, but she is the nicest person you ever want to meet. So I am here tonight. How are you, SAFIYA? Awesome. I'm so glad. I want to make sure we talk in the microphone. But
You're going to have everybody testing me and seeing how I'm doing.
Listen, yes. No. Listen, she is a 4th degree black belt. She started the study of the Chinese martial arts in 2001. She achieved her 1st degree black belt certification in 2006. She achieved her 2nd degree black belt certification in 2009, her 3rd degree black belt certification in 2011, and then her 4th degree black belt in 2016. That is 15 years, everybody. Let me say that again. That is 15 years. She's been studying a craft, studying an artistry to become better at what it is. And I'm telling you tonight, it's about commitment. How are you doing, SAFIYA?
Very good, thank you.
Listen, I'm so grateful that you are here tonight, and I thank you so much for being on the call and being live on YouTube and now shared on Facebook and on Hamilton Radio. I need to understand, how did you become, and let me just say this, y'all, there's so much more about her that we're going to share before the show is over, but how did you begin this journey into Kung Fu?
Well, short story, basically, a friend of mine who was a friend of a friend was training at the school in Bordentown, which is the Green Dragon Martial Arts School. And at that time, she studied Qigong, which is another style that our school also teaches. And I was inspired to go into the martial arts. I had studied Shotokan karate prior to going into Kung Fu. And at that time, my teacher had stopped teaching. So I dabble in a couple of other arts here and there. And then eventually meeting a friend of mine who introduced me to the school in Bordentown at the time, which now the school is located in Wrightstown, New Jersey. So I went there, saw the school, fell in love with it, signed up, and I said, I'm ready to go.
Wow. Listen, everybody, listen. You don't have to do this by yourself. Somebody can refer you, somebody can bring you, but what you need to do is when the door opens, to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yes.
I need to understand, SAFIYA, when you learned what the commitment was, the dedication, what was it that kept you motivated to say that you wanted to do this? Because I can understand that it probably took a lot of determination to say, you know what, I'm going to make this commitment to be better at what I'm seeking to become. How did you deal with and understand and process what was required?
So I was always an active child, adult. Love to do things, love to be in a place where I can be active. And something about the martial arts struck me to have that discipline, to have that goal, to have that structure. And then meeting my now Grandmaster Martin and also Mrs. Master Martin, having the two of them and seeing how they operated and ran the school. And that was a traditional school. And that's something that drew me to the school itself. So having that inspiration and having that desire and having that drive, that's what attracted me to this school. So, there's other schools, other martial arts schools, but sometimes you're looking for something a little bit more. It's not just about going somewhere and training or going somewhere and working out. It was the individuals there making the, let's say, more so of the art, perpetuating the art, making sure that, what has been learned to pass it on to generations and more people, and actually seeing that and having a purpose. Wow. Yes.
I love that. And I love what you just said, having a purpose. Because listen, we encourage everybody, whatever you do, make sure that you got a purpose for what you're doing it for. And I love what you said, SAFIYA. And now I need to understand how because it said that you started in 2001.
Yes.
And it said you received your first black belt. Now, what does it mean to have a black belt? Because we're going to talk about the levels.
Okay.
But to have your first, what goes into that?
Okay. So in our school, it's very traditional. Obviously, there's other schools there where you have black belt clubs, or there's different requirements that you have to ascertain to become that level. In our school, it's very rigorous. It's training. It's hard work. Obviously, Kung Fu, which translates to hard work. And every night of all the children's classes, there's a motto that's read, excellence through effort and achievement through perseverance. So that's something that you're taught early on. And having that repeated to you over and over again, and making sure that what you're doing in the art, our instructors necessarily will not spend time on you if you're not interested. Wow. You're there to learn, as any place, a school. You go to school to learn, but also there's a commitment on the outside. So at that time in my life, around 2001, when I started, I had a lot more time so I can actually train and devote to the arts. So between 2001 and 2006, I was able to give myself to the school, myself to support the school in its endeavor to move forward. So with the black belt, obviously there's ranks. So you start with white belt, yellow, green, purple, brown, and black.
Wow.
So you have all those levels in between. And once you get to brown, there's also 2 additional levels.
Okay.
So there's a lot of time, a lot of dedication. And when I tested for black belt in 2006, at that time I learned just over 50 some odd forms. And as a requirement of our testing, you have to do all of your forms that you know. There's a self-defense requirement.
Okay.
There's a stance requirement.
Okay.
And also a fighting requirement.
Let me just say, hold you. Now you said you have to learn 50 forms, 50 plus forms. Mm-hmm. Now, when you say forms, that means what?
Prearranged movements.
Prearranged movements. So you had to remember. Now, do they call them out, or do you got to remember them on your own?
You remember them on your own.
So they don't give you a heads up and say, form number 5 called this.
Yes. No. You are responsible for knowing your information, the material.
And you had to learn and know 50 plus forms.
Yes.
And listen, everybody. One thing, what I love about this show is that we keep on learning new stuff and new stuff. Listen, she said Kung Fu means hard work.
Yes.
I love that. And one thing that she said was it was repetition, that they keep saying the same thing over and over. And that is the power. Listen, there's power in doing it over and over, because you get better if you're focused and you're determined. So I'm sorry, you were saying all of those belts. Now let me ask you before you continue on.
Yes.
All of those colored belts, and that's appropriate to say. Is that all right to say that?
Yes.
Okay. Now
ranks.
Ranks. So are all of those ranks in between each level of black belt, or is it just in the beginning to the first black belt?
So you begin at white sash,
Yes.
white belt, and you work your way up.
So
you
is there a second white belt?
To that. No.
Okay.
Go from white sash, white
Okay.
belt, to yellow,
Okay.
green, purple, brown, and there's 3 levels of brown. And then at that time is when you're able to move forward to hopefully pass your black belt test.
So once you get to your first black belt, then you go on to the second black belt.
Second, third, fourth, all the way up. Yes.
Wow. And listen, everybody, she got her first black belt 5 years after she started. Is that right?
Correct.
5 years. That's dedication, everybody. That is a dedication and purpose to say, you know what? I'm going to acquire the thing that I set forth for myself. And before, the one thing, I did a little research on a few other people.
Yes.
And one thing that this show is about, it's about encouraging and talking about the journey. I was watching a video about LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And you know, he's an amazing athlete. But did you know that it took him 9 years before he got his first championship?
Wow.
And Michael Jordan took 7 years. But our own master, SAFIYA Baker, next to me. Everybody, she's a master. And I'm telling you, the nicest person you ever want to meet, but don't make her angry, please. But the nicest person you ever want to meet, but I'm telling you, she made a dedication for 5 years to get to the level and to remember. I don't know how she remembers all the ranks, but she does. Yeah. She has an amazing mind. She prepares herself. Now, I need to understand. Mm-hmm. So what kind of practice does this take? Like, are you rehearsing? Are you practicing once a week? Are you? This is back prior to your first black belt. Mm-hmm. Are you practicing once a week, twice a week, every day? Tell me about the regiment that goes into it.
All right. Well, at that time, I was training 3 nights a week, I believe. It was Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. However, with the instruction there, you had the days of the week. But in order for you to move forward, there had to have been some type of dedication outside of the training.
Yes.
So with that said, I was able to train with mostly with Master Judy Martin. She was definitely an integral part in my making black belt. Obviously, there was other folks along the way. However, she has been that constant. So I definitely thank her. Obviously, Grandmaster Martin, who's our lead instructor. So he's always has been there. But if it wasn't for me actually putting the additional work to get to where I am, it's about what you do.
I love it.
Grandmaster and Master Martin can only give me so much. That saying about, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, the same thing applies. They will give you the material, but if you don't practice it, you don't perfect it. And I don't really say perfect it because there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
But you get to the point where you can actually do the material, and it's up to you to advance, for you to practice, to get it to a level where it's of excellence.
Yes. Give me 5 on that one, please.
Yes.
Listen, and she didn't break my hand. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, she said it's up to you. They can give you what you need, but you got to do something outside of the rehearsal, outside of the practice. And it's about a dedication. I remember, SAFIYA, when I was playing baseball. And as just you said, listen, they taught me the basics.
Yes.
They gave me but then I had to take it and begin to go over and over so that I could get it for myself.
Right.
How much dedication do you want to give to your purpose? I'm going to say that. How much dedication do you want to give to your purpose? And not only is she a 4th degree black belt, but she's a mother of 2 and a professional supervisor. But I'm telling you, she has dedication. She has purpose. She is determined to have that hard work. Everybody say hard work.
Hard work.
Not easy work, but hard work. And that's what it's going to take for you to get to that next level. But Inspiration with Troy Alexander, it's about helping you and to encourage you. Listen, if you want to call into the show, Hamilton Radio, you can dial in right now, 609-807-2492. Ask me a question. Ask Master SAFIYA Baker a question. We got 2 young men here on the set. I think one might be trying to come on the set right now. I'm not too sure. But they're excited about being here with Hamilton Radio because Hamilton Radio, listen, it is going to be an awesome, awesome experience. And I'm telling you, it's growing even more. Isn't that right, Ruben? Listen, we said we're going to grow together. We're going to cry together. We're going to get there together.
Yes, we will.
And we're going to get there together tonight, SAFIYA, because I'm telling you, you are inspiring so many. You are inspiring so many people that are watching live and calling in and listening on the phone, because some people say, listen, I could never aspire to that. I see so many young people, in different kind of classes, aspiring to be the best at what they want to be. Can you tell me, can you give me one attribute, one characteristic or 2 or 3, whichever that you feel that we have a caller calling in, Ruben?
Yes.
All right. Hi, caller. Hi, caller. Okay. Well, we'll come back. They're online? That's okay. Hi, caller.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. You have a question for myself or Master SAFIYA Baker?
Yes, I have a question for Master SAFIYA Baker.
Yes. I'm listening. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, my question is, I know he mentioned that you were a professional with your martial arts and you're a mother of 2 children. I was just curious, how do you find time to balance that? Most of us struggle with just keeping our work life in order, so the fact that you can master both, if you can share some insight on that.
Well, I would definitely say it's hard. You definitely need to have a support system, someone there that can help you out. You can't do it alone. I'm not saying I can't bring my little ones with me, but at some point I figured that it's about me, and I have to find a time when it's a time for myself. So using this time, using the hours or the couple minutes that I have going to train, it's for me. And I, kind of struggle with that in the beginning. Obviously, I'm a divorced mother of two, and at that time I was married, so my ex-husband at the time was able to watch the kids while I was able to go and train. Obviously, after our divorce, he was still supportive in sense of watching the children. I've had the help of my parents, my sister, and everyone else. So it took a village in a sense to help me obtain my goals in the martial arts. But it's definitely hard. And if you and your family see that you have a dedication and a need and a want to do something, there will be folks out there to help you support that. So it is a true balance. And I know that there's folks that go to the gym. There's folks that, do running. I know last week you had a coworker friend of mine, Joelle Kinney, that was here, and the dedication that she took to ascertain her goals and aspirations. But if it wasn't for her support system to be around for her to obtain that. So I would say anyone that wants to pursue any type of endeavor, try to make sure that you have that support system to move forward. And if not, tag along your little children, in the stroller or, in the car seat, or, go to the gym or go to the park and put them on the swings, and you can do your burpees and your exercises. So there's not too many excuses that you can give, but if you have it in your mind and that's something that you want to do, you'll find a way.
Wow. Thank you, caller.
Yes. Thank you, caller.
Listen, everybody. I'm sitting next to an amazing woman, and I'm telling you, every day I'm inspired by her. She talked about dedication, talked about the ability to have consistency and having commitment beyond. Listen, this is something that you got to commit to. And I'm gonna say this to everybody. Listen, we got another caller calling in. All right. Hi, caller. Oh. All right. Hi, caller.
Yes, hi. This is Lucy Tuttle. I had a question for SAFIYA.
Yes.
Hi.
I thank you, SAFIYA, for your information that you gave about how to balance, of course, as we all have that issue, work-life balance, home life, and all of those things when you're interested in training for something, or even going to the gym for that matter. So my question is, if someone was interested in pursuing any form of Kung Fu or any part of the arts, if you go into a gym that's teaching that, what should be the first thing you look for? What should be the first question you ask? And also, is there an age limit to where someone can start training?
Okay. Well, there isn't an age limit. And there are so many styles of martial arts out there. There is a saying where they say Shaolin is for the young because of all of the jumping and kicking that you have to do and the wear and tear that it gives on your body. But you also have arts, and I'm only mentioning the ones that I'm most familiar with. Our school also teaches Tai Chi, and Tai Chi has slower movements in a sense of working on your breathing. So your ability or your physical ability really isn't much of a factor when you're having to do that particular style. For all of the gyms, I would definitely suggest for you to go to the school, see it in action. Step aside, look at how the instructors interact with the students, interact with the adults, how they teach, look at the history in which the instructors came to acclaim of who they are, what their levels are. If they're associated with any types of martial arts associations, you want to sort of validate who the instructors are. Obviously, I can say for my school and my instructor that he has trained in Asia. And also, I've been able to go to Taiwan 4 times to be with him, with his teacher, and also other students as well, too. But not many instructors can say the same. So I would definitely say if you're interested, I mean, you can do the kickboxing and other types of things that are out there. But if you're looking for something that's more traditional, definitely look into the instructor, see what the instructor's bio, what their history is, and going forward.
Awesome.
Did I answer your question? I want to make sure I touched upon
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, caller, so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Listen, everybody, I'm telling you, this is something that you got to be dedicated to you. You got to be dedicated to what you want, because nobody else can want this for you more than you.
That's correct.
This is something that you have to declare for yourself that, listen, you have to want it. And I mean, to the point where you're willing, because we talked about last week and weeks past about sacrifice. What would you say, SAFIYA? Because I know all of us in aspiring to different plateaus in life have to sacrifice something. What was something that you had to sacrifice?
It's time, sacrificing your time.
Wow.
Obviously, I said to you that, I was married. So sacrificing the time to be with my spouse at the time, sacrificing the time with my children. So I dedicate the 2 days a week. Doesn't sound a lot. I try my best to be an active student, but I'm giving up 2 days during the week and whatever other activities that we have, whether it be tournaments or workout. But I'm sacrificing that time that I could be with my children. But it's important to me to be in the martial arts. That's something that was important. That's a constant. So as I said, that's something that you would have to explain. And also to realize you're taking time for yourself. And that's important, self-care.
Yes.
And if you don't do that, and you're always on the go, and you're always thinking about, other aspects of your life, and you don't take time for yourself, you get burnout.
Right.
So basically, Kung Fu to me is my escape.
Yes.
When I go to class, that is my escape. And that's why I honestly do not bring my children to class with me, because I don't want to be on. I want to be able to go, train, give my all while I'm there. And then hopefully during the other days when I'm not training or during the weekend when I can, devote my time to my training. But I would definitely say since my first son, who is now 8, my training hasn't been as up to par as it should be. However, I'm still aspiring. I'm still going out there. I'm still training. I'm still competing. I'm still supporting the school.
Yes.
So all those things where I didn't give up. I didn't let go. I still held on to it to some degree to obtain to it. And as we would probably go on a little bit further, but, being a woman in the martial arts is important. You'd be amazed of how many young ladies will come up to say, you did an awesome job. And, in our school, there's 3 of us. And there's 3 black belts and our women in our school.
Wow.
And that's definitely something that is important. I didn't realize that until later on where you had, people coming up to you.
Right.
But it's definitely important for those to see that, women are doing and they can achieve.
Yes. Yes. Listen, everybody, I'm going to applaud Master SAFIYA Baker right now, because I'm telling you, she is amazing. She is an example to so many, both men and women, both young and whatever age it is, because I'm telling you right now, she has demonstrated that even through everything that she's dealt with, been dealing with, have gone through, she said she had to hold on. And we're encouraging you tonight, you got to hold on to your purpose. And what I loved about what she said was, you got to have self-care. That means you got to have purpose within yourself. We had Joelle on here last week, and sometimes we define ourselves by other people.
Correct.
We define ourselves by the titles and the things that we've been connected to. But how about being connected to yourself first?
Correct.
Because when you're whole, I can make somebody else whole. But when you have, things that you're dealing with, it filters into everything else that you're doing.
Correct.
But I'm telling you, she is an let me just read it the correct way. Not only does she have multiple grand champion awards, I wish one day you could see all of her trophies. I'm telling you, you walk in her office and you got to act like buy a ticket because it's like a museum. You walk in the office and there's so many trophies that are around. You're like, can I pay to come in? And you see these trophies that are tall as me. I'm telling you, Mr. Moses, tall as me. I walk in, I'm like, what is? And I'm assuming it's on a table, but I look, it's on the floor. So it's amazing, and she is an inspiration. But listen, she is in 2016. Her achievements included the International Federation of Chinese Martial Arts overall outstanding adult competitor. Now I can't how many people when you compete? Are we talking you're against like 3 people, 4 people, 10 people, 50 people, 100? What? How many people on average? Like for this overall international federation outstanding adult, how many people approximately did you have to compete against?
All right. Well, I compete in different circuits. So the major circuit that I compete in is UMARA, which is United Martial Arts Association for Referee Association. And with that, they have members and they have tournaments on an annual basis. So basically, whoever shows up on that day in different ranks.
Okay.
So as a black belt, whoever is competing for your advanced rank, you're competing about those people who show up on that day. So you can have anywhere between, yourself to maybe like 10
Wow.
people. But it all depends on the rank. So as I'm now in a different age, and for the ranking, I compete in the seniors, so it's definitely dwindled down to, maybe less than 5 or 6 individuals. However, in the adult division, it's so large, and it's from all styles. So it's not just Kung Fu.
Oh, really?
It can be for Korean, it can
Oh,
be
wow.
for Japanese stylists. So who shows up on that particular day to compete, that's who you're competing against. And for those titles that you just read are a combination of my school and of all of the students in our school. You get a certain amount of points depending on what level you achieve. First, second, third, fourth places are points. And at the end of the year, depending on how many points, depends on what level. So for that particular year, I was the overall outstanding adult competitor.
So that's over all of the categories.
All the students in the school.
Yes.
For that year, yes.
Wow. Now let me just say, I gotta add, well, let me applaud you on that one too again. Let me ask you this, because it's important to understand, because I want people, some people, don't want to share their age,
Yes.
So forth. But in 2016, what was your? Can I ask your age? Is that all
Sure.
right?
Well, I'm 42 now, so that was 2 years
What?
ago. Yes.
40? What?
Yes.
Listen, everybody. She looked like she's 25. She walk around like she's 18. 42.
Yes, 42.
So in 2016, you was 40 years old,
Yes.
and you won this international award, outstanding,
Yes.
at 42. At 40. Listen, everybody. I think I might be on the Twilight Zone or something, because I'm telling you, sitting next to her, I would never think that she's 42. But at the age of 40, she won this outstanding adult competition. Listen, everybody. All I can say to you is, don't ever give up on your dreams. We got a caller calling in, and I got to make another point. Are we ready?
I'll say, well, the caller before had mentioned something about age. So there
No.
is an age limit.
We
there is
lost the caller.
Yeah, there is an age limit as well. And I think the caller, which I just remembered the question. So, so there is an age limit. You can start as young. For some schools, we'll have, 4 or 5-year-olds, and obviously myself. And there's other individuals in my school that are older than I am that are still coming and still making that commitment to get out there and move.
Wow.
And I know that's something that Joel had talked about last week as well. But you just want to have something that will inspire you,
Yes.
whatever that is.
Yes.
Whether it's walking, whether it's running, whether it's, doing your yoga, whatever it is. And I think for the martial arts, it's been able to give me that sort of zen. And I know a lot of folks that talk to me sort of say I had that presence.
Yes.
But I think that that's something that you need to find. And if you don't find that, what is it that you need to do? Whether it's reading, sitting at the beach, whatever that is that works for you,
Yes.
that's what it is. But as far as the martial arts, there isn't an age limit. You can be as, 1 to 101,
Right.
whatever works for you.
Well, listen, whether you are 5 years old or 100 years old, I'm not trying to make you angry or make you upset or anything like that. I'm going to just show you love and just say everything is okay. Yes, you can go in front of me. But I'm telling you, we are excited tonight because we have this amazing young lady that's next to me, Master SAFIYA Baker. I want to applaud even all of, the trainings and the school that you went to and everything. The one thing that I love, we have a caller calling in? Okay. The one thing that I love that you said that at the competitions, that it's about showing up.
Yes.
You got to show up. You have to show up, everybody. Listen, whatever it is that you want to do, you got to go to the place and you got to say, I'm here. You have to make sure that you make your presence known.
Yes.
Let somebody know that you're interested in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. You're trying to set forth. I'm telling you, raise your hand and tell them, I want to be there. I'm ready. Listen, you may not be qualified the way you think you are, but take that step. I told Mr. Moses, I didn't have a show at 13. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't have no training in radio, but now I got my own show.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because
you do.
it's about taking the leap of faith and preparing yourself to just do whatever it is that you need to do in order to get to the place where you got to get. I'm going to say that again. Do what you got to do to get to the place where you need to get. I'm telling you, it is powerful powerful to be able to take that step and to be an example. And our show is really all about to encourage you to take that step. It doesn't take much, but it takes something.
Yes.
To start, it doesn't, listen, I didn't tell you to go from A to Z, but go from A to B at least. Tell me, take that one, make that phone call, send that email, knock on that door. Why? Because there's something over there that has your name on it, but you got to go get it.
You got to go get it.
I can have the money in the bank. It can be assigned to me, but I got to go to the bank. Well, now you can do it on your phone. but
you got to go on the phone.
Yeah, but you got to do something. You got to do something, and I'm telling you, whether listen, pick up. I have people tell me, SAFIYA, I'm afraid to make the call to call into the show. But I'm telling you, call. Listen, everybody deals with fear, and yes, I got a caller. Yes.
All right.
Hi, caller.
Hi. I just wanted to applaud SAFIYA. I saw you perform at one of Troy's pageants a few years ago. You did a presentation, and
Yes.
it was absolutely awesome.
Thank
And
you.
I just encourage everybody, if they ever have a chance to see you, to take advantage of it, because you're just amazing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
caller.
you so much. And like I said,
Okay.
I'm just one of many students in our school, and I accept and I love all the love that everyone is giving me, but I could not have done it by myself without my support system. So yes, I'm here. I have my students, which class is happening right now that I'm missing class to be here for.
She's missing class tonight, everybody, but she's dedicated. But she's here for
Yes.
for another purpose.
Yes, for another purpose.
And I
right.
thank you. And do I have to thank Master Martin?
Grandmaster Martin and Mrs. Judy Martin. Master Martin, yes.
Thank you, Grandmaster Martin and Mrs. Judy
Martin.
Thank
Master
you so
Martin,
much
who's also my instructor, yes.
for releasing SAFIYA tonight to be on our show. She is inspiring the world.
Yes.
And so as you have inspired her, she is now taking that journey. And I thank you for allowing her to be on our show because, listen, this show will be forever on YouTube. People can go back and watch the show over and over again. So it will be something that will be a memorial, that will be a foundation to encourage somebody else to say, listen, no matter how young, what age you are, you can achieve it. If you can believe it, you can see it, walk in it. And that's what we're tonight to encourage you to do. So I thank you so much for, again, just coming. And you've been so inspiring to me. I need to understand.
Yes.
Can you, I began to ask the question before, and then the caller called in. Can you give me one or two or three attributes, again, that have kept you motivated, that have kept you sustained? Because I know you have to get tired sometimes. You have to go through some difficult moments in life. But what is it that has kept you going?
Attributes. Let's
Wow.
see.
I mean-
So I would say perseverance. That's one thing that we talked about before. So having the drive.
We have a caller, Ruben?
Caller? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So having the drive, that perseverance to move forward. Also, I would definitely say the intrinsic to do. Not everyone has that.
Wow.
Some folks will just stay home, make excuses not to do. So, I mean, that's not really a one word, but for the most part, you need to be inspired to
Yes.
do.
Yes.
And that's what you need to go out. And obviously, I'm looking at your words here, inspire and dream. You're dreaming of where you see yourself.
Yes. Give me 5 on that
Yes.
one. Yes.
Where
yes,
do you see
yes,
yourself?
Yes.
And everyone has a dream, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you have a dream. Where do you see yourself?
Powerful.
If you always see yourself in that position, then you will always maintain there.
Wow.
So you always have to kind of think of going forward, inspired to dream to move forward.
I love it. We have a caller calling
Yes.
in. Hi,
All right.
caller.
Hello, caller.
How you doing? My name's Hassan.
Yes. Hello. How are you? Thank you for calling.
Yes, I had a couple questions for you.
Sure.
Is there any financial benefit for what you do, or is it just all strictly for the love of your art form?
It's all for the love. I do not get paid to help instruct at this school. I do not get paid to come here to talk to Troy. It's all for the love of what I do. Yes. And there hasn't been, I've never gotten paid. No.
I'm
No.
trying. Listen, I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to invest in her.
Not that I want to. It's not about getting paid. Obviously, our instructors at the school, there are, can't think off the top of my head how many there are, but we do it for the love of the art. We come to school, Grandmaster or Master Martin will say, SAFIYA and the other instructors there, I need you to be present. We're there.
Awesome.
There's no monetary anything in regards to that.
Awesome.
Yes.
You have another question, caller?
And
Yes.
yes, and are you currently single, or you dating, or what's going on?
I am single and I am not dating.
Thank you, caller.
All right, I
Welcome to
got you.
Troy
Yes.
Dating with Troy Alexander.
Yeah. We got a new name now. You know, we got to say connection
Yes.
with Troy Alexander. Making connections.
Yes.
Listen, everybody, it is awesome because listen, she really is an amazing person, and what I love of what she said was for the love of the artistry, for the love of what she enjoyed doing, and you have to have passion. This is about having a passion for something. Listen, again, you know I do the photography and I do other stuff. Listen, I did it for a long time. I can do photography and not get paid for it, and still would do it.
Right.
This can't be for some, and I love what you said. This can't be for some external reason. You have to want. There has to be something inside of you that is pushing you because it's what you want. It's feeling something inside of you.
Right.
And you know that and I feel this. Those watching and those on the call, you know when there's something more. You know when there's a void that is in you that has to be filled. And you have to continue to search and look for. If you don't know your purpose, I need you to search, look, talk to somebody. Listen, I'm here every Monday night, 8 to 9. You can email me at IamInspiredTroy. Listen, talk to somebody if you're not sure, but you know there's something more. And there's a word that says seek and ye shall find, but you got to do something.
Gotta do.
You got to seek something. I love what you said. It's about seeking something more. It's about looking for something. I think you said something about, what do you see? Talk about dreams. Listen, I said dreams are free, but purpose is a commitment. Anybody can dream. But if you want to walk in purpose, it's going to cost you something.
That's right.
And you said, I love it because you said time, commitment, sacrifice. All of what you see, everybody that I brought on the show, it's about sacrifice. It's about a commitment to something greater and making a difference.
That's right.
Everything that SAFIYA has done, that I've seen, that I've witnessed, I haven't been with her whole life, but what I've witnessed, it's about making a difference. And let me just say this. Everybody think it's listen, you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And I got this one point, and then we're going to come back to just a few more words from Master SAFIYA Baker is think about a ship. Sometimes you think it's the big pieces on a ship that actually cause it to turn and move. It's not the big pieces. It's the little piece.
Working together.
It's the little piece. Whether it's the rudder or what, but if you saw the device that actually turns that big cruise ship, you would be amazed. It's the little faith. You got to have something. We're not asking, listen, I'm not asking, I said before, every sentence begins with a letter. Not even a word, but every sentence begins with a letter. If you don't know the whole word, write the first letter. Whatever it is that comes to you, write it down. And I write down everything. And SAFIYA might know, but I got tons of papers in my bag. Over my bag.
That's
like,
Troy.
Paper. Why? Because
Notes every time.
every
Everywhere.
time, because I write it over and over, because I need for this dream to go beyond words.
Speak
I need
into
to see.
existence.
Come on, give me another 5 there. Speak it into existence. I wanna see my dream.
Yes.
I don't want to just keep talking about my dream. I want to see it. I've declared it already. I said I'm going to have a building that's going to be an inspiration with all kind of artistry to promote and inspire young people and people of all ages. Because I'm telling you, dealing with fashion, and listen, I'm going to have a school. I'm going to have a school. We have I am declarations on this show. I need to know, Master SAFIYA Baker, do you have, and if you need a moment, it's fine, but do you have any other dreams that you aspire to have, that you have thought about? Because you've done so much in your life, but do you have any other dreams that you've thought about at this time?
At this time, obviously, my two little bambinos over there.
Yes.
Xavier and
Active.
Noah Baker. Yes, they are very active.
Yes, Noah and Xavier.
Yes.
How y'all doing? Y'all good? All right,
Yes.
all right.
So my dream is for them to be the best that they can be.
Wow.
And whatever that is for them.
Powerful.
That's my dream.
Powerful.
My self dream is to be the best mom that I can be for them, the support for them. That is my priority.
You are.
Yes.
You are. She is the best mom. Her children are going to be the best children. I'm telling you, this is I am declaration. Mr. Moses is going to be the best Mr. Moses that you ever saw. Listen, this is about I am declaration. And I've said it before. I am going to be a billionaire. I've said it. And when people look at me like, wow, really? Yeah, why not? My question is, why not? Whatever, if you want to be a CEO, you want to own your own barbershop, you want to own your own business, you want to own whatever, why not?
Why not?
Why do I got to sit back and look at somebody else walking in their destiny and their purpose and filling their dreams while I sit on the wayside?
That's right. Or talk about it.
Come on now.
And not do anything about
Yes.
it. Yes.
Show up. Everybody say show up.
Show up.
Listen, that's right. Show up. You got to show up. You got to be in the game to win it.
Right.
I can't win the game on the sideline.
That's right.
I got to say, you know what? I might not have all the skills, but what skill you got, use it to the best of your ability. If you only know 5 words, repeat those 5 words and say it with confidence and with determination. Why? Because somebody needs to hear those 5 words. So take what you have and do the best with it of what you got. I'm telling you, as you grow, you'll get better. Because listen, she went from a 1st degree black belt to a 4th degree black belt. That took some commitment. It took 15 years. I'm going to say that again. It took Master SAFIYA Baker 15 years from the start to where she is now.
It was a journey.
It was a journey. This show is about encouraging you with the journey. It's, one thing I talked about the ship. When you look at the horse, I get inspiration from everything, and it's that little piece that's in the horse's mouth or that's on the horse's, the thing that the race, the jockey does, and it's a little nudge that shifts that horse from one direction to another. If I can encourage anybody watching the show tonight and listening on Hamilton Radio, listen, just give yourself a little nudge. This show is about giving you a little nudge to say, you can do this. I never went to school for photography, but now I'm in New York Fashion Week. Never had a radio show, but now I got my own. Listen, this show is about encouraging and nudging you in the right direction to say your dreams can come true.
That's right.
Now I need to know.
Yes.
Because somebody said earlier, how do you balance? You got your children, your family, you got all of these things. I need to know again, what is it really deep down? Tell me, because something has to motivate you. Something has to really keep you. And I know you said, in the beginning that your friend took you to the school and you got a chance to experience it. But what does Kung Fu do for you? What does this artistry, how does it make you feel? What does it give you that keeps you motivated?
It's a sense of belonging.
Powerful.
And having that. So obviously the years, the art, how I said that it was it's traditional style that we learned. Being there, the school is a family. And that family is that village that you have to aspire to move on. And going through that particular ranks of my, going from white sash all the way up to black belt, you have to, have that inspiration, have that desire to move forward. But going along with that, I was able to learn different techniques, learn different forms, advance, put myself in a position where I normally wouldn't do. For instance, we have, which I, say hurricane kicks, which I'm sure all the students in the school that are listening to me right now know how much I love to jump. So we have a situation, or not situation, but, a couple of techniques that requires us to jump. Jumping spin kick, jumping round kick, hurricane.
Wow.
But I don't like to jump, but I do it. So it puts you in a position to do
Wow.
things that you normally will not do. Some of the forms that we learn, have, a couple hundred movements. Some have 30 less. But you put yourself in a position and you challenge yourself. And I would say that will be having that sense of belonging, having a style that will challenge me to put myself and to challenge myself to put my body in a position where I don't normally would, actually do.
Yes.
So I think that it's always there. And the forms that we learn, the weapons that we use. I wouldn't be able to do that if I'm sitting at home on a couch.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
just something where, that was different for me to do. So yes, the school, sense of belonging, having a family, and actually challenging myself to do something different.
Wow. Let me say this, everybody. Again, I applaud massively. Listen, this is about challenging yourself. And I'm going to say this. We got about 4 minutes left on the show. If you only knew what was on the other side, how many of us would push through? If you only knew on the other side of that dream is a joy, is $1 million, is a great career, a great family, a great whatever. If you knew what was on the other side, and see, one of the things that I need to encourage everybody on this show, you need to see beyond the dream. You got to see what's on the other side. You got to have that dream, but you got to see it actually happening. Like, I see my building. I don't know about nobody else, but I see my building. I see it. I even see the grand opening. I see the hallway. I see what's going to be on the walls. Let your vision be the direction of your purpose. Let your vision, everybody, listen, write it down. And listen, this has been a long time coming, SAFIYA. Yeah. I'm sorry, Master Baker. Listen, I wrote 20 years ago about having a building, and I haven't given up. I'm holding on to the dream and the purpose, because I told Ruben and Hamilton Radio, listen, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Yes.
SAFIYA, you and I are going to get there.
I'm glad to be part of your journey.
Listen, I'm glad to be part of your journey.
Yes.
I'm excited. Can we get Master SAFIYA Baker our hand? Listen, how much time we got left, Ruben? 3 minutes? 3 minutes. Listen, everybody. Again, this show every Monday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Live. You can come to the studio, watch it. You can sit right on the side and watch the work that goes on here and learn the craft. You want to go into radio. This is an opportunity. You can call it. You can come talk to the owner and talk. How did you get here? Because everybody, even everybody starts somewhere.
Yes.
Everybody does. And I love what you said. You had to do some things that challenge you.
Yes.
If you're not being challenged, you're not where you ought to be. I'm going to say that again. If you're not being challenged, you're not really where you ought to be. Because to get where you need to be, you got to go through some stuff.
That's right.
If you want that dime, you got to dig for it. You got to break up some stuff around it. And that means the stuff that you've been dealing with and have dealt with, you got to break that up to get to what rightfully belongs to you. It rightfully belongs to you. Your dream is rightfully yours, but you got to get it. You got to break up some stuff to get around it. Matt, listen, is there anything else you want to say? This is your platform. And what I love is I would love for people to meet you and get to know you. So where can they come to the class and see? Does your class give exhibitions or can they invite or ask for them to come and?
Yeah. So what I can do is, like I said, it's not just about me. It's about my school, and it's what we do. So we have tournaments on an annual basis. Obviously, you can have a link to me on your page, Troy,
yes.
SAFIYA L. Baker.
Yes.
We have our Yamar Association, and they list all the tournaments throughout the year and different events. And obviously, we'll do different things for demonstrations within the community as well. So if you want to get in contact with me, please contact through Troy.
Thank you. I am inspired, Troy at gmail.com. How much time we got left, Ruben? 1 minute. Listen, if you want to watch this program again, go to hamiltonradio.net and go to the show schedule and click on Inspiration with Troy Alexander. Let me say that again. If you want to watch this awesome show, I need you to go to hamiltonradio.net and go to the show schedule and click on Inspiration with Troy Alexander. You can see all of our shows. This is our 13th show, and I'm honored tonight. Listen, I got a few things before we let you go, Master Baker. Listen, again, go to I talked about the scholarship that we're offering, zuzuslipbalm.com, Zuzu's Lip Balm, or go to calltoinspire.org. If you want to be an entrepreneur, listen, we are sponsoring that scholarship. Go to our website. You can find all the information. If you need a photographer, a motivational speaker, whatever you need, call me or email me. I am inspiredtroy@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Facebook, but we are available to you. But thank you so much. How we doing? We've been on time. 30 seconds. SAFIYA, thank you.
You're welcome.
I thank you. Xavier, thank you. Noah, do they want to come on real quick?
And my dad's here.
Your dad's here, Mr. Moses. Y'all want to come on? We got 30 seconds real quick. Come on. We got time, Ruben? Okay, they can come on the show.
Yes.
So these are her young men, her young kings. And this is the master king here, Mr. Moses. And I'm telling you, so y'all can wave at the camera. And
wave at the camera now.
So we're excited. Doing okay, Ruben? Yep. All right. So thank you all so much. I'll see you all next Monday, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Inspiration with Troy Alexander, Hamilton Radio. We'll see you next Monday.